Creating species sets on FIRS. A species set is one of the 4 mandatory sets required to design an inventory. The species sets provides the list of allowable species codes which may be entered against a tree. There are 2 mandatory parts to creating a species set. The third is optional component, which is a species category. The species category is used with large lists of species codes or complex arrangements to aid selection and assignment. In this example, we also create a species category. From the Create menu, go to Species and select Species Categories. I've already set 2 up in my data set, but I'll add a new one. And I'll call this Native Hardwood, for example. Click Save. The next step is now to create your species. From the Create menu, we select Species and then Species. You can see here I've already got some species set up, and I'll give you an example on how to create some new ones. Click the Add button, enter in the code, click the botanical name, we'll make these all capitals for ease of reading on FIRS DC, and choose the species category. I've used Eucalyptus radiata or narrow-leaf peppermint, and click Save, and you'll see that the new one appears in the list. Once you've continue adding species until you've got all the species that you might encounter during the inventory. It is often advisable to have an additional species such as unknown or other if your inventory crew comes across a species that they do not recognise or that is not in the list. To create a species set, from the Create menu, go to Species and select Species Sets. There are 2 species sets that I have already set up here. You may not see these, you won't see these in your company. I set these up earlier today. Click the Add button. Give your species set a name. Give it a short name, which must be unique. The short name must be unique as well as the full name. Give a description. And then select the species that you would like to see in your species set. You can use the search function and then click the included checkbox to include that species in your species set. You can also add new species by clicking the plus button, and you can refresh the list by clicking the refresh button. Once you've added the species that you want to include, click the Save button. One thing I need to show you here is you need to click the Finalize and Approve for use before that species set will be available to be used on an inventory. You've just completed creating your first species set.